Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Joining me now from National Livestock is Chris Carroll. Chris, thank you for joining us. I want to first talk a little bit about the history of National. If you could shed some light on, how National Livestock got started to begin with.
Sure. National Livestock Commission Association started in 1931. So to sell cattle here at the Oklahoma National Stockyards, you had to sell with a commission firm. So in 1931, we started National Livestock Commission Association. Well, in 1932, we had a lot of customers come in selling cattle, and they said, hey, I may not be back next year because the bank won't loan me any more money. So kind of out of a necessity, in 1932, National Livestock Credit Corporation was founded, loaning money to customers basically to keep the commission association rolling. So both have been around since 1931 and 32, and then over the years we've just slowly grown both businesses. And then in the late 90s, what we try to do is line up with companies that have the same values as us. So in the late 90s, we purchased Southern Oklahoma Livestock Auction in Ada, Oklahoma, because more of our customers are probably in southeast Oklahoma right then. And then you get into the 2000s, and we come into business with OKC West and Superior Livestock, and it's just been a really great deal. And I think you had Dakota Moss on yesterday in Livestock Risk Services, so they're kind of a new partner in the National Livestock Companies. And what we do is we just loan, the National Livestock Credit Corp, is we loan money on cattle. So whether it's cow-calf, stocker, feedlot operators, we loan money just on cattle. So what we found is there's thousands of banks that producers can use, but we only deal in the cattle industry. We don't loan money on equipment. We don't loan money on real estate. We're in the cattle industry and have been since 1931.
Well, I know your business is lending money, but when you look at the heart of everything you're doing, what is the mission of the business, and what are you hoping to achieve with the producers that you work with?
So our mission statement is pretty simple, is to make a rancher's life a little bit easier. I mean, that's the mission statement, pretty simple. We want to partner with producers that want to be profitable, they want to be sustainable, and they want to be good to the cattle industry themselves. So at National Livestock, we understand the ebbs and flows of the cattle industry. We know there's going to be highs and we know there's going to be lows, and we want to partner with producers that we can stick with in the good times and the bad times, and that will stick with us in the good times and bad times.
So kind of expanding on that, the cattle market, there's highs and lows, and it's always changing. It's very fast paced. You never know what's next. How do you stay ahead of that and be relevant in this industry?
So I think if you always focus on what your customers need or what could benefit your customers, you will always be successful. So as customers evolved, and we have an in-house hedging program, and then as LRP has come on, we've kind of adopted that to help our producers. So I think if you stand beside them and partner with them and give them tools to be successful, I think that's what helps your company be successful.
Well, in this business, I've asked a lot of people on here. It can be a hard business sometimes. There's lots of challenges. What keeps you motivated and passionate to stay in this industry?
Well, the beef cattle industry is very important to us as a company and individually. My grandfather was a cow-calf operator, and then also ran cattle on wheat, during the winter. So, we're very committed to the cattle industry, have been for a very long time, and hopefully will be for another 100 years.
Well, thank you so much for joining me here this morning. Pleasure having you on the show. Don't go anywhere. We have more Superior Sunrise up next.